Very pleased with Clanson's Haydock. He trotted on himself at the start and had a little minor overreach on the bulb of his heel, which he was a bit sore for a few days, but he was having a few days easy anyway. He started cantering on the Saturday after Haydock, and he's been fine ever since. You've seen him this morning up in his work now, looks great, and very happy with him. Yeah, he did have a hard race. It was more testing ground than we would have really liked, but he's very fit going into the race, which helps an awful lot. And yeah, we're very happy with him. He seems in really good shape now, as you saw this morning. Looks great, and you wouldn't know he's run now. Any horse that win King George is a very good horse because he hasn't performed at Cheltenham. I suppose he may well be a little bit underrated, but look, if he went and won a third King George, that would be special. He is a very good horse. He's very, very good round Kempton, and that's what we're focusing on. I definitely don't think Cyrname was anywhere near his best last year. If Cyrname turns up on his A game as he was in the Charlie Hall, then it'll be a very interesting race. And yeah, Clan might have to be a personal best. Both horses are going any ground. They're both going very testing ground as we've seen before. But hopefully Kempton will be his normal good to soft would be absolutely perfect for them both. Cyrname's been really well. I mean, a complete role reversal of the two horses really in a lot of ways from last year's preparations, and the fact that Cyrname had a very hard race on the weekend that Clan obviously ran at Haydock, and he had an extra month having run at Wetherby, and Clan had a hard race a couple of weeks ago. But of the two to have a hard race, Clan's probably the one that'll get over it the quickest, and he's fine. It's just good that Cyrname had that extra month. I wanted to run him that weekend to give us time before Kempton. I didn't want to run him any later than that. So he's had a great prep, come out of that well, looks fantastic. Very, very happy. And I saw him work on Saturday, and Cliff and I both said, look, Christ, we're in a completely different place to where we were this time last year, having nursing him back to trying to get him back from the run against Altior at Ascot. So yeah, we're very, very happy with him, and I think he's going into it in a completely different place he was last year. We were going to go to Down Roll, that didn't come off, and to get him at his best for Kempton on Boxing Day, we felt we had to run that weekend. It was the obvious race, and it answered a lot of questions, and the fact that he goes left-handed, he gets 3 miles. So yeah, it was a good move in the end. He'll be absolutely fine round Kempton. I've always thought he would stay. He stayed on strong in all his Ascot races, and yeah, King George will be a strong pace. That'll suit him very well, to be honest with you. He doesn't have to make his own running now, yeah, that'll be fine. He was on fire this morning. His prep's gone good. He looks great. We honestly couldn't be happier with him.
I jumped really well. Very happy with him. He did a nice little sprint back up the gallop as well and jumped great. So hopefully he's all good. Obviously at Wetherby this year he didn't have as hard a race as he had when he went to Ascot last year, and we can certainly tell that from home that he's a lot fresher and happier. He seems, better in himself, more bouncy. He's jumping really well, and we're all very, very happy. Obviously he went there last year and had a really hard race on quite soft ground, and it obviously took a lot out of him. And Nicky said it was the same with Altior as well. And this year he's gone to Wetherby in sort of a lesser race. He hasn't had a hard time up there. He's come back, Paul's freshened him up. He's got more time from Wetherby to the King George this year, so he's got plenty of time to almost give him a little break and then tune him right up for the King George.
It'll be a lot closer and different to last year, that's for sure. They both had different preparations. If they both go into the race in really good form as they are at the moment, I think it'll be a very interesting race, and it'll be a hell of a job to split them.
To be honest, it could be a repeat of last year, but got half a plan in my head that I'm going to ride him a little bit different, and I won't be dropping him in